Yeah, what's goody world? I'm back. Welcome to the history department. My name is Manolo Prado, and I'm addicted to history videos now. Thanks to you guys. Look, back with the homie fat electrician. This one's titled Chicken Powered Nuclear Landmine. Yes, I'm getting the recommendations. Yes, I'm going to get to those. After I reach a certain point, I'm digging in. For now, we spreading the love. I'm doing these fat electrician like weapon videos. Anything that I think is about weapons, like this one, the chicken powered nuclear landmine. Like, I'm all about that. I want to hear about that shit. We gonna do everything though. With that being said, let's rock. Let's see what the hell a landmine powered by chicken can do. Let's go.
Powered nuclear landmine. That'll get their attention. Alright, here's the deal. Once upon a time on April 1st, 2004, the British government, aka America Original Recipe, came out and declassified a bunch of documents from the Cold War. Among those documents were those pertaining to Operation Blue Peacock, more commonly referred to as the chicken-powered nuclear landmine. And I know what you're thinking. April 1st is April Fool's Day. Clearly, this was an April Fool's joke, right? Wrong. So wrong, in fact, that the head of the National Archives had to come out like a week later and release another statement saying, and I quote, "The civil service does not do jokes," which is honestly probably the most British thing I've heard in my entire life, to come out on April Fool's Day with a straight face and not as an April Fool's joke saying, hey guys, we spent a bunch of your tax money making a chicken-powered nuclear landmine. Also, we're just gonna pepper in at the end that we're called the civil service, which literally means to be polite, because there's nothing more polite than trying to make a bunch of extra crispy communists with a fucking nuclear landmine. It's so much dry humor that it's physically painful. So what on earth would compel the British government to make such a foul weapon?
That's a good
I don't care.
one.
I'm proud of that dad joke. I think
Hey,
weapon.
Hey,
So
wait.
With a fucking nuclear landmine. It's so much dry humor that it's physically painful. So what on earth would compel the British government to make such a foul weapon?
Yeah, fine. That's fine.
I don't care. I'm proud of that dad joke. I think it was impeccable. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
Impeccable.
Real quick, this video does have a sponsor.
Impeccable. This motherfucker on his 10. He on his 10. Okay. Keep me on my toes. Let go.
I don't care. I'm proud of that dad joke. I think it was impeccable. Jesus Christ. Real quick, this video does have a sponsor because, well, we're talking about killing animals, which means that PETA will be coming after me with their cool, clammy, iron-deficient hands.
Don't touch me! Get your slimy souls off me!
So this video is brought to you by AccuFire Technology. They've got all different types of optics. They've got red dots. They've got variable zoom rifle scopes. I just picked one of those up for myself. They even have this super cool clamp-on thermal optic that I got to shoot last time I was down in Texas. So if you are looking for any of those things, I would highly recommend AccuFire Technology. Back to the video. Anyways, it's all because it was the Cold War in the 1950s. Germany was still split in two. The wall was still up. The Iron Curtain was still drawn. There was East and West, hungry and fed, you know, the whole shtick. So naturally, Great Britain, just like the US, was coming up with all kinds of ridiculous strategies on how to stop Soviet expansion should it come to that. And one of the ideas they had was to have a nuclear minefield. And for a nuclear minefield, you need nuclear mines. So they took apart one of their nuclear bombs, stuck it in a mine, bada bing, bada boom, you have the nuclear landmine. This thing was going to be buried 35 feet deep all along the border, and it was going to generate a 10 kiloton explosion that would blow a 640 foot in diameter crater where each landmine was. Basically, Great Britain was going to blow up.
Bro, what the fuck? Like, they create weapons that could destroy the earth. Like, it's one thing to create something that'll just blow up a house or blow up a person, blow up a tank. But when you blowing off chunks of a planet, it's something wrong. Yo, humans, let me tell you, man, the human curiosity is bad. It's bad. Like, it's like, our need to just know if it could happen. Like, I know if I create this, I know how it could be used in a very, very wrong way. But I have to know if it can actually exist. So I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna shoot my shot. And now you got shit that'll blow off chunks of the earth. Whole planet chunks gone. Nuclear. And then we gonna line them up around the border, around us. This shit, man, that shit crazy, man.
Anybody anywhere remotely near it, and then they were going to have a radioactive moat between them and communism. Now, because the landmines were going to be 35 feet underground, the only way they knew how to reliably detonate them was going to be to use a timer. So they were going to have these 35-foot holes pre-dug, they were going to have the landmines there and ready, and then whenever the Soviets were advancing, they would set the landmines to explode in a week, throw them in the hole, bury them, and retreat, and then the Soviets would take over that area, and 1 week later they'd get blown up. However, the problem with that was 35 feet below ground was too cold and too wet, and it was going to cause the electronics to prematurely detonate the warhead unpredictably. So the clock idea was out, so what do? You got to keep it warm, you got to keep it airtight, and you got to have it on some kind of timer. Clearly, the only thing that we can do is depressurize this landmine inside of a fucking capsule, and then inside of that capsule, we're going to put some chickens with enough food, water, and air to survive for a week. That way, when the chickens die inside the landmine from dehydration, starvation, and suffocation, their body heat is going to dissipate, the landmine's going to get cold, and then it's going to blow up. Fucking science, I guess. This is the craziest fucking quack bang in the history of humanity. If you think Schrodinger's cat is interesting, fucking Britain's chicken landmine blows that shit out of the water.
Right.
Okay?
Because, like, again, so desperate. Motherfucker said, I'm gonna figure it out, bro. I'm gonna figure this shit out. Because I got to know if this can happen. I got to know. I got to know if I'm this smart. I gotta know. I don't care if what I know ends up killing 5 bajillion people. I don't care. I just need to know if my thoughts work. This shit is crazy, man. This shit is crazy, man.
That is interesting. Fucking Britain's chicken landmine blows that shit out of the water, okay? You're not gonna have to guess whether the chicken is alive or dead or both all at once. You're gonna fucking know when the chicken dies, okay? Could you imagine being a Soviet soldier hanging around thinking about eating lunch or, whatever communists do? It's been like 6, 7, 8 days since your last big offensive when you took some land, and then all of a sudden all you hear is...
We saved the city!
I would pay so much money to have been in the meeting when somebody suggested using chickens to keep underground nuclear landmines warm. Like, what was the logic that went into that? Like, I mean, fuck it, they keep eggs warm, they should work, right? Thankfully for all of us, however, these weapons were never actually used because somebody with some common sense chimed in and was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be leaving nuclear booby traps all over West Germany. And then apparently everybody came to their senses, said, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I presume muscle memory then kicked in for the British because they took the only remaining prototype and put it inside of a museum. So yeah, that's it. That's really all I got. I guess in conclusion, even death tastes like chicken. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.
Stick around. Shit, it's right here. I'm a fucking idiot.
The chicken powered...
Whoa, hold on. Let me go to the end. I'm wilding, y'all. It's right there. The Fat Electrician. I'm Nick, a former 68W medic, currently a journeyman electrician. A journeyman electrician, and jujitsu coach. Oh, Nick will fuck you up too. Oh, that's what's going on. I feel like I should have been read this, and I know y'all are probably looking at me like, Manolo, how you gonna start a fucking channel based on the guy and don't know nothing about the guy? Hey, man, I just want to learn along the way, man. I just want to learn along the way. That was fire. That was crazy. I'm happy somebody who was less intelligent, I guess I'm going to say, more logical, came in and said, bro, come on, man. This is some bullshit. Let's wrap this shit up, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Send those suggestions. Send those recommendations. Y'all know I plan on doing them all. Hell, I'm doing chicken landmines. I'm trying to do them all. I even noticed that early on he didn't have this set up with the desk and the lights and the camera and the clarity. He was kind of doing like that photo in the background green screen thing, I believe. So should I react to those two? Let me know. I don't know. Let me know. Push come to shove, I probably will. So with that being said, again, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out. Catch y'all next time. Peace.